President Trump heaped praise on House Speaker Paul Ryan at a celebratory luncheon last week, saying he's, quote, starting to really love Paul. And
starting to really love Paul. I just want to let the world know we're doing very well together. We agree. And one thing.
The two men haven't had the easiest relationship over the past year. We're talking about where Ryan and Trump go from here with ABC News political director Rick Klein in Washington. And Rick, it's good to have you on the program again, and publicly at least. This seems like a love fest. Is that what you're hearing?
It is a new bromance, and it's based on a couple of things. One is just a crass political calculation. These guys need each other. Whatever was said before, that's in the past. They need each other. The other thing that I've gotten a sense in talking to people close to the Ryan camp, there is a real optimism that the Trump agenda and the Ryan agenda can work together. They are skeptical in Ryan's world about Trump and his motivations, and they know that there's going to be times where the president and the Speaker of the House are not on the same page. But all things being equal, they like the idea that they have some room for policy to roam, and they are confident that things that are passed by the House and the Senate are going to be signed by the president. So their hope is that this honeymoon lasts a little while.
What could jeopardize the honeymoon?
Just about anything and everything. But the main thing that I'm looking for is that Donald Trump has some ideas that, frankly, are fiscally not in step with something that Speaker Ryan wants to do. He's talked about maybe having $1 trillion spending on infrastructure. That's not something that you hear from Speaker Ryan's office. The president is also expected to push border tariffs and new barriers to entry. He's going to be against major trade deals, want to renegotiate a lot of the trade deals that the business community favors. Those are not Ryan priorities. So Speaker Ryan has made clear that he views himself and President Trump in lockstep on policy and that their agendas actually move in the same direction. That's not at all clear from the facts, and it's not at all clear that the president is going to conduct himself in a way that Speaker Ryan is going to either understand or be accepting of.
They seem to be making reforms to the Affordable Care Act, a repeal and replace to the Affordable Care Act a priority, but also in that conversation is entitlement reform. And is that an area where Speaker Ryan and Donald Trump, at least based on Mr. Trump's and President Trump's comments, that's an area where they could have some conflict?
That's exactly right. Repeal and replace, you're going to get Republicans working together on that. The details are tricky, and Donald Trump has an idea for moving a lot more quickly than Speaker Ryan does right now. But when it comes down to entitlements, the president has said, and his aides have said, that he wants to take them off the table. He doesn't want cuts to Medicare. He doesn't want cuts to Social Security. Paul Ryan came onto the national stage for his plans to reform those systems, and has said it would be irresponsible to not take have major changes to these entitlement programs that he says will bankrupt us. So that is one area that if Paul Ryan pushes something on entitlement reform that means cuts in benefits to Medicare, to Social Security, that's something that President Trump's going to have to consider, because he has made a pretty solemn campaign pledge to the contrary.
And Rick, give me a sense of the sort of the tightrope that the Speaker Ryan has to walk, even in his own caucus. He has members there who have very strong opinions about certain issues, and yet he's trying to do something with the president. He's got to really juggle a couple of different balls there.
If Donald Trump had lost the election, then Paul Ryan might not have been Speaker. That's how fractious things are inside the Republican conference. And he's got to be mindful of the fact that he's got a couple of dozen members who are skeptical of his motivations and are more likely to align themselves with Trump than they are with Ryan. And so he's got to guard his right flank. At the same time, if things turn in terms of public opinion against Trump, there could be pressure from moderates and from the left. So look, Paul Ryan is there as Speaker, reestablished, reinvigorated, but it is a tenuous hold on power and an unexpected error in Washington.
Rick Klein is ABC News political director. He's on the satellite from Washington. Rick, we appreciate your time. Thanks very much for being with us.
Thank you, Mike.
A Trump supporter who's been a guest on this program was in Washington for the inauguration and is blogging about the experience. You can check out Thiensville Village President Van Mobley's blog at WisOpinion.com. That's a companion site of our editorial partner, WisPolitics.com. Coming up next, I'll share some final thoughts on the week that was and why 2018 may have just gotten tougher for Democrats.